And now, your reigning, defending, greatest wrestling podcast of all time. This is Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Featuring A-Dub.
On site, and it's on site.
B.A.
How can the heel heal off on the heel when the heel is healing?
And E-Ray.
No wrestling moves. Just hands. Just hands.
Powered by the Embrace the Turn Up Network. In partnership with the Inaudible Ruckus Podcast.
Welcome to the madness here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of the oldest of ages, we present to you proudly the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. It is I, E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of Evil, the man of 7/8 teeth. And this is Let Me Book the Territory, the craziest wrestling show, organically absurd, that is, that you will hear about wrestling ever. And you know what? We got a light crew today. It is a skeleton crew. It's just me and my guy, Cell Block 6 himself, white collar crime man, B.A. DiBiase. What's going on, Brody?
What's good, E-Ray? It's cool we got the skeleton crew tonight. We'll be able to hold it up for everybody. It's no problem. But it's I, B.A. DiBiase, a.k.a. Black IRS, a.k.a. the Beef of the Niece, B.A. Bigelow, a.k.a. B.A. the Booker this evening, because, boy, did I book some stuff into existence last week, and we're going to talk about it. And I can't wait to get into all of the rump, I guess I could say.
I was about to say, you booked.
What else to call it?
Some shows were a little wilder than others, so I was like, I'm pretty sure you had everything to do with Raquel Gonzalez being on my TV, like, way too much. So I will give you the blame for that, but where would you like to start, sir? First, actually, I know where I want to start.
Okay.
Outside of wrestling, you know, it's one of our favorite times of the year. It is spooky season. I am Sergeant Spooky here. Give me your favorite horror slasher like match. I need a 1v1.
Oh,
so who put them together? And don't say Freddy versus Jason, because Michelle or Kelly rolling up here and call him a slur. And
yeah,
some
she
crazy
called him a big F-bomb, not the one we normally throw around on this show.
And he said, I want some dark meat. And I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
That aside.
Yes. I will not copy what we already have in existence. Give me my guy that I know he kind of bugged you in his last 3 movies, Michael Myers versus I want to see Michael go against Freddy. I want to see Michael go against
Michael
Freddy.
Versus Freddy.
You don't usually get that. You don't get that combination.
Because Jason versus Freddy was...
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
But no, we just gotta switch it up a little bit. It's going to be called Freddy versus Michael. Like, okay.
He's gonna just pace after you very slowly but surely, and then Freddy will just be in his dreams, destroying Haddonfield and all that fun stuff like he did Crystal Lake. So yeah,
I was like, granted, with the reboots and what we've seen, if was it Laurie Strode or whatever her name is can whip Michael Myers' ass and some goofy kid. Take his mask.
That kid,
I think Freddy will whip wholesale ass. What are you, some kind of old geezer? She'll be over so fast.
That
15-second movie. Thanks.
Yeah, that new Michael. Yeah, that new Michael wouldn't be able to last very, very long against Freddy, considering what happened to him in that last movie. In fact, he let some kid in a sewer beat him down and take his mask. I'll never forget that. That's just unforgivable.
Hilariously garbage. That and like we need Curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah, that Michael Myers is
with
badass.
With the weird tattoo of some like a satanic cult powered by
Thorn.
Satan.
Thorn, the Thorn cult.
We walking down like Obafemi.
All I remember about that Halloween, it had that mean ass guitar riff anytime they would show Michael Myers, like anytime he got ready to kill somebody.
And it had Ant-Man himself in the movie.
Yes, Paul Stephen Rudd.
Cannot go wrong.
First credited film he made. He was introduced to that movie. Yeah.
I did not know that, but I just remembered him so much in that movie.
There's a crazy story behind that because people think Clueless is his first movie, but technically speaking, because Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers went through so much hell, pre-production hell, they filmed that movie like 2 years before it was actually released. So, yeah.
Oh, like Salem's Lot.
Got it. Yep.
Interesting. Yep. All right. Yep. Sorry, guys. Got carried away. This is not Other Movie Podcast. This is Let Me Book the Territory. I will say, because of the new runnings and the new crazy creepiness, I would like to mix some new age schnit with some old school. So I'm gonna stick with BA and get me Freddy, but I need Freddy to go against Art the Clown.
Oh, Terrifier. Yeah. That motherfucker's sadistic.
I need it. That the way he kills people is less laughable than Freddy, but just as horrific, and not really any of the like taglines that Freddy has. So that would be a fun murder spree. I would watch that like a lot, probably.
Yeah.
That would be a very fun movie, to say the least.
His violence is that of like Leatherface almost. Probably worse, I'd say, than Leatherface.
If you seen Terrifier 2, worse.
That's why.
Whatever he did to that mom was so funny and ridiculous. I was like, this is wrong. I shouldn't even be watching this.
I've heard Terrifier 3 definitely ups the ante as well. So yeah.
We can check that out on a later date. But
for sure,
moving right along from one massacre to another, we got the bloodline getting I was gonna say whack. We're getting worked. Jimmy's back. Big Jim, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Jim Uso. So the OTC called him. Join in with Roman the OTC. And yeah, I liked it a bit. Tell me how you felt about this pomp and circumstance of Big Jim. My apologies. Oh my God.
You better get it right.
Big Jim Uso and the tribal chief, the original tribal chief, kind of going out there doing the thing, open up the show, and then like as the show progressed, what were your thoughts about all this that they culminated? We ain't got to talk about everything, but
we hit the high spots. It was like the lighting of the Olympic torch before it heads around the country, because this is like
Snoop Dogg. His
right.
arm so loose, holding it,
dangling. Oh man, reason why I use that analogy, is because of the fact that Roman, like you said, it was like an announcement to let, and Big Jim had to let his Big Oos know.
Too much big.
Too much big. So much big.
Big Jim was Big Oos.
You had to let him know, like, we ain't got enough firepower, cuz. Like, we gotta figure something out here. Like, we gotta go back to the drawing board. We ain't got it like we used to. He even used Cody's line. He said, "You a chief without a tribe right now." He told him he stole Cody's bar from him and everything. So yeah, it's time to recoup and regroup the troops, so to speak. So That's why I thought it was like the Olympic trials or the Olympic torch getting started to be taken around the country.
Because it gets passed off. Constantly. God, I was like, I still don't get why he connects, but I like what you said.
I'll connect the dots in a further segment, but we'll continue.
Okay, put a pin in that.
Yeah.
And we probably will never get back to it. But it doesn't matter. The new bloodline and powered by pure insanity and like psychotic devotion by Jacob Fatu. I love everything Solo. The best. That's it. Like Solo doesn't have to win like almost ever. It's just Jacob Fatu being insane somewhere is it's like it's the bacon. It's the bacon on the sandwich. Delicious. Like it can't save every sandwich, but it makes everyone better. Like
true.
Undoubtedly.
You notice it when it's not there.
Absolutely. Like, that's kind of whack. Wish I had some Jacob Fatu on it. Oh, this sandwich so good, Solo.
I eat your sandwich too.
Here's my sandwich. I love you. Oh, that's thank you for the love. New bloodline versus old bloodline reunion. It's like they're starting to do the thing that we've been calling for months on end. I think to me, and you can tell me your thoughts on it, but to me, I didn't like that it was so telegraphed. When so number one, the fact that Jimmy and Roman are just they think it's thieves again. It's like, you left me, I got jumped, and then I disappeared for months. I don't like the fact that I would be like, look, I came back to help you. Or I wish he would just said, I came back to get my revenge on them. And it's like his own personal mission. But then he's taking L's. And then Roman's trying to do it. And he's taking L's. So they got to link up and do it that way. And then it's like, they're like, well, we can. They try to work it together. That's another week or two. And they keep getting their ass beat. And it's like, then they get to it. And I'm like, like we gotta do something else. And then that's it. That's all they say. Then you get like the behind the scenes talk on the other shows on Raw, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. I don't like that Smackdown, they just literally went, hey, Oos, we need more help. Like, what? I just came back. I can't get my ass whipped like this, Oos. This shit sucks. He is not ready to take any L's. He's like, I don't do this alone. And I thought that was a good moment for Jimmy Uso to really step into Big Jim territory. But I think they missed some of the moment. And it's like, kind of like they were fast playing this. And that bothers me. Did you get any of that sense, or am I just talking out my ass? I mean, feel free.
I didn't get the sense that you're speaking about, not on SmackDown. I got it on Raw when they showed that segment. And we'll talk about it. But I didn't feel it watching it, though. Like, watching the segment, it's now after recollection and some points that you brought up. I think they kind of feel like they gotta rush it because they don't got as much time to get from now till Survivor Series to get the gang back together, so to speak. Because Survivor Series is about what, 5 weeks? Or no, excuse me. Yeah, it's about
November
5 weeks
21st.
away.
Yeah, so I'm almost a little bit over a month away. I mean, you got 2 shows. I'm not that like. Just having them getting their ass whipped, they come. Maybe you see. So again, all it takes is the bloodline to come in there and just wreck Jay one good time.
Or,
then there you go.
Or it takes something dastardly happening to Jimmy to make Jay give a fuck again, to come across enemy lines and as far as SmackDown, Raw to SmackDown.
Yay and nay, only because. Like, we don't want to keep just sacrificing Big Jim, okay? We're trying to do something here.
You right.
Yeah, like, you can't just keep, let's dangle him and beat the hell out of him again. If you're trying to really make him, like, his own star, which is why I said they missed that opportunity. It felt like, oh man, we could like really make him stand on his own. Let him be like, no, I want my revenge. Like, I don't really mess with you like that. But he's right back in the tribal chief pocket. Like, yeah, I'm down with you, tribal chief. Like, man, you fell back into the trap a little bit. So that was one thing that I was like, I wish they would have did a little bit better. But secondly, slow play this. You got 5 weeks. They could have really stretched it out and maybe not just leaving them solo, pun intended. But they could literally go, all right, Friday, we got beat up. Monday, you see the Bloodline invades Raw, and then they mess with Jay and they almost cost him his title or something. And then it's like, and then you just see Jimmy like come out and save him or something like that. And then they look at each other and then it goes off. Very simple.
Yep.
Very like, ooh. And then just like they were doing 3 years ago, just have like them kind of talking in the background and you see like, what's that about?
Yeah.
And then like having a little bit of a disagreement, but we're not all up in the like the forefront of the argument. And then they split away or something like that. And like, what was that? Like kind of lead us along a little bit. And then you have the room to, on Friday, it's like, okay, no one's coming to save them. And then here comes Jay. Right. And then they kind of even odds a little bit, but then they still get kind of worked over as like they stand in tall, but then they get dropped or something. Who knows? And then of course the final piece, like the last Infinity Stone, got to come together. Yep. Sami Zayn and the honorary Uso, and that's how you do it. I just don't like that build. Like it just feels too fast and too forced. That's what it is. That because you already mentioned we getting our ass whooped. So Too Fast, Too Forced is the name of their movie. Like
Too Fast.
I live my life one book match at a time. Like, what are you talking about? No, it's a little too fast. So slow it down a little bit, but make it make sense and allude to some things. Y'all got 4 hours of TV. Y'all don't have to put it on TV. Do some maybe, web shit.
Yeah.
They've been doing the footage thing. Yeah. Do more of that. Done. But speaking of footage, the carnage that has still progressed from the footage that leaked after Bad Blood. You got our guy, Kevin Owens. Psycho Kev is back.
Yeah, he is.
And
he's off his
he
rocket.
is not happy. Explain this to me, because I seen it, but I couldn't like rewind it. I was like stuck in the middle of the segment, so I didn't get to see all of this. I just seen the aftermath.
Gotcha.
What exactly happened with Kevin and Cody and RKO, Randy Keith Orton?
Well, to my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong here, because I only saw so much of it as well.
I literally have nothing.
To my knowledge,
I'll just fill it in with blanks that I think that happened. So,
right, there we go. We'll just book it out like fantasy almost, but it really happened. KO was in the middle of the ring, and he said that he didn't betray anybody. He said Cody betrayed him first. Upon him getting betrayed, I'm like, that's an interesting, like, evil ass way to look at it. But that's KO.
That's some BA shit. That's some pure grade A justification for your ass. I didn't betray anybody. You betrayed me first. So to say first means that you betrayed him second, which is betraying somebody still.
Right.
Doesn't matter what order it
Carry
has.
the 2 divided by 7. Yeah, equals KO. About to kill Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
So I think so, because I don't think there was an actual interaction with KO and Cody on Friday night. It was more so KO calling out Randy Orton about the actions of Cody and how can he stand by him and all that kind of stuff. So KO at some point in time took it upon himself to go in the back and seek out Randy and confronted Randy and beat the shit out of him, to my understanding. is how it all went down. I'm sure there's some spaces that can get filled in with some more jargon of what KO was doing, but the end result was Randall Keith Orton in getting pummeled in the back, and Big Suit needing to pull pulling KO off of RKO status. So it was something. It was getting us to the next. It was moving us forward in the whole KO and Randy and Cody kind of like implosion that's happening, because Cody's making a lot of enemies real quick without really doing much, or doing a lot depending on who you ask. It's very interesting. They're making Cody's kind of title run matter more by the things happening around him versus Cody like injecting him into these things directly, so to speak. It's very interesting.
KO operates by the street code. If we homies, don't fuck with the ops.
Right.
No,
at all.
Like you helping my op, then what did that make you? Damn right. I got beat your ass. Beating the wholesale ass. You can't just be working with this nigga that just tried to like run up on me. Can't do it. Yep. Or this nigga I've been beefing with for literally 4 years. So
yes,
I understand that. One thing we did miss, or did you miss that I'll fill in slightly, is that KO was in the ring yelling and trying to get at Cody, but he was separated by a bunch of guards and staff security.
Okay.
And Randy was behind him, and Randy tried to grab him, and then he came back and like swung and hit Randy. Randy got up and then stole off on him, and he said, "What the?" He was sorry.
Got it.
Then he went back to the back and was like, "Oh, say less. It's on site now for you too." He was like, "Oh, you want to inherit? You want to inherit his debt? I come to collect." He about to whip that ass, and he did. And Big Randy Orton, everybody's big today. Big Randy Orton caught the beating of a lifetime by KO. Justified? I don't know, but again, very entertaining.
Yes.
Kevin Owens, where does this go? Does this lead to Kevin Owens disrupting the match, and this is how we get Gunther winning that big ugly Saudi blood money belt, or what? I feel like that's an eventuality in my mind. I don't know.
I don't know either, because I feel like because both of those matches, men's and women's, have the potential for things to happen and it not to be clean matches. But I'm also sitting here like, there has to be one match that goes clean, and
it ain't neither one of them. It's too many like variables involved. All the other matches might be clean, and you might get like a Saudi over the top 400-man battle royal. They dig up like Goldberg's bones. And,
yep, they
all that
they
bullshit.
definitely are. They're laying the ground for if anybody would interfere, and this would be a far way for him to travel, would be fucking Bill Goldberg coming there and super kick Gunther's head off in an unsafe fashion. Bret Hart pops, told you. That can't trust that Bill Goldberg.
Gunther will never wrestle again.
Right.
Bill Goldberg. Spears himself unconscious through Gunther's chest. The
only thing I see, like, because they got to fill this card up too, man. It can't just be this men and women's match. I think you're going to get, because Randy Orton's a big attraction for the crown jewel folk. They're going to get him versus KO on that card, I feel like. Grudge match.
That's a great, that's great. I didn't even think about that.
To do. They had to fill that card up. It's not that far away.
I wish. I'm capping, but it would be fun if they went back and was like, let's go back to those old days where it was just like a big fantasy book fest. Randy Orton versus Hogan. Like, just bring it up.
When they first started going over there, bring back Taker. I'm sure Taker's hip can handle another match. Why
Hell
not?
yeah. That's where Shawn Michaels almost died, and Triple H tore his everything off the bone.
Most embarrassing match ever, man.
That was crazy. Versus the Brothers of Destruction, I believe.
Yes,
that
it was
crazy. So yeah, go give me something like that. But since Randall, Keith, Orton, and KO will be in there instead, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Give that up. That's great. I don't know where else we go with that. So whatever. Something else I did want to talk about, and I'm wondering where we go with that. The the US title.
Yeah. Got a match on Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We mentioned this before on the pod that basically both Carmelo Hayes and Andrade seem to be just like doing Final Fantasy VII level grinding in the fields, getting their strength up by just fighting each other constantly, and then somehow achieving title matches from this, which is crazy.
Insane.
But they both lost. And
Yes,
then Andrade got his lick back. Put the fries in the bag, amigo. Like, damn. He just told you work at Spanish McDonald's. Shut up.
That's worse. That's worse.
You work for pesos. Like, damn, that's crazy. But hey, pesos are a legitimate currency, BA. So nothing wrong with that. A hard
probably
day's
worth more than $1 probably. I haven't checked the currency report, but no, I'm joking.
Definitely not. You go there. 5,000 pesos.
Right.
What's that in dollars? $3.
Pretty much.
Like,
get you a Happy Meal at McDonald's, Mexican McDonald's.
5,000 pesos. That exchange rate be looking scary. You what the hell?
Right. Where am I at again?
I don't know. How much is gas? 7 billion pesos per gallon. I don't know if I have that much money. But yes, we have Andrade and Carmelo Hayes 7 has now been announced. They got to do game 7. It's only right. We knew it was coming. We called it here first because you cannot do 50-50 booking. That's how these things have to blow off. Hopefully they do not then become a tag team called Fries in the Bag.
If Vince was still here, you would see that probably, but no, we think we're safe from that.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But yeah, while both of them are kind of scheming, getting their title shots up, you kind of gotta wonder, because so is LA Knight by just beating both of them like back and forth.
Yeah.
What are we doing with this US belt? Where do you want to see LA Knight now go? Because I need to have like a real storyline somewhere, and he ain't.
It's like a game of Pong. Almost like just between like because you got the game 7 happening right between Andrade and Melo, and this LA Knight is the ball in the middle, just getting bounced about.
It's funny that you said that, because I was thinking of another Atari reference. I was gonna say it's like Donkey Kong, where it's like
who's Donkey Kong? LA Knight.
No, I think Andrade is Donkey Kong. Carmelo is or either or. It works both ways. Carmelo is Mario, and then LA Knight is just Princess Peach, just sitting there like, if you make it to the top, you get a championship match. And they just both fucking each other up, and they just switch and take turns. I was like, okay, because LA Knight's not really gaining anything from beating both of them. The match was fine, but it's not doing anything to further them. So I was excited to see another guy put his hat in the ring. We had from Legado, Del Fantasma. Like, yeah, there we go. We need that. He put his hat in the ring, and now he is looking to have a title match and get them some title matches, which I fully approve of. because
You know
I
what's
need him to
crazy?
have some gold.
Just hit me, E-Ray. This is like NXT 2.0 when it first started. All of the feuds that are happening right now, push Andrade in there. You got Santos, you got Carmelo, you got LA Knight. All them dudes was mixing around the NA belt
That was
at that period of time. Yeah, man. So it's just they brought it up to the main roster. It's crazy. It's very
Great
interesting.
observation. I didn't even think about it. That's not bad. They just got to figure out what to do with it, and I think they're struggling because of the lack of time. So the 2-hour struggle is real on both shows. It's seeming because now you got one less hour to tell the same amount of story.
That's hard,
and
man.
It is, and specifically because SmackDown is like. They double dutch and they waiting to get that extra hour. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't do that yet. So let's just, like, it constantly feels incomplete when you watch SmackDown.
Right.
And then Raw, they just chopped a whole hour off their show. They still have a bloated roster. They didn't move people around. So it feels the exact same way. Like, very incomplete. The last two things, I mean, I'm grateful because I get to watch, like, whatever mockery of a football game is on. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, it's over. Like, shit, what do I do now with my life? And the story isn't any better for it. So I think last week, I forgot who even was in the final match or something like that. It was just, nothing feels really complete though. And I think that's been what's been perturbing me.
That's fair.
Where do you think, because I think we talked about this, but SmackDown's about to go to 3 hours, maybe during the new year.
Yeah,
I thought it was in October. I was waiting for it. I'm like, wait, it's over?
They said the January 3rd edition of SmackDown is when it'll be the first 3-hour show. January 3rd, 2025.
And so I think Raw will stay 2 hours, but it'll just be possibly commercial free on Netflix. Not sure.
I'd imagine. I don't know how that's all gonna look. Have we seen much live? Like, I know they've done some live content on Netflix in the past. Have you ever sat there and watched live content before on there? Like the stand-up specials they've done live?
Yes. The 2 stand-up specials, I believe it was Cat Williams and Chris Rock, yeah. And I mean, that was fine. I'm like, okay, I'd imagine, because I like wrestling, I don't love watching 800 Keytruda commercials or Discovery for prep. I'm okay. I'm in on this. You know what?
Too.
I'm not going to spread this virus to my partner because I'm taking my medicines every other second right between Judgment Day and all that bullshit. So that will be better, I'm sure. But yeah, it hasn't been a lot of details actually released about it. But to service the content, what do you think they need to do, or what should change? What's an idea that you might have that should change in order to get a better usage of Raw and SmackDown while they both are lacking that additional hour that one had and one is looking to gain?
It's either one or two things, E. One is they gonna have to cut a bunch of wrestlers. I hate to say it.
Well, damn.
I hate to see it.
Corporate BA is back.
They are all about no chance. That's what you got. No.
That's crazy.
The reason why I say that is because they are about their bottom line, man. They want to make sure, in regards to the talent that they are putting on, it all kind of, I'm sure that's got to be one of their long-term goals. You know how they think tanks go in these corporations. Long-term goal for WWE is for them to actually not have as many people sitting in catering, I'm sure. I'm almost certain.
Fair.
It has to be a goal. And then furthermore, on the other side of it, the more nicer BA side of things is we got to create a third show somewhere. That's not NXT. Like, I don't know where.
I did not expect that.
How?
That's crazy.
because there's so much talent not getting utilized and so many storylines that flounder because, and this is what is happening, I feel like, because there's either it's not getting enough time or it's getting too much damn time, but it's because it's justified, like a bloodline storyline. You gonna get your hour of bloodline no matter whether you
hour
like
and a half of bloodline.
You gonna take this bloodline
30 minutes of everybody else. Bloodline plus Tracuda or Tracuda for prep, whatever that is. I take my bloodline in the morning.
Right.
Me too.
I take
Kevin
my
Owens
bloodline
punching the
Friday
face.
nights. I take mine Tuesday
Just before
nights.
I go out on a date.
Right.
Just before I go on a date, I take my bloodline. Then you gotta be wearing like all white, like Backstreet Boys in that video.
There you go. I want it that way.
Damn right. Go do some jogging. Bloodline for prep. I'm safe.
Man.
Yeah.
Now,
so
I don't know how feasible third show is though. I will say that.
Look, nothing personal, Brody. I hate both of those ideas.
I'm taking it so personal. No, I'm just playing. It's all good.
Fuck you, man. Just walk out and throw the mic. Had enough of this shit.
I'm done with this podcast and shit.
Right.
Fuck this.
Look, so this is what I dislike. Of course, the first one. Well, actually, I'll be honest. I dislike both ideas specifically for the same reason. We're only missing this for 3 months. Then in 3 months, you get that hour back. So, you're fired.
I'm thinking finalize. As far as let me re-answer it. If we just need a band-aid to get us from A to B,
he went fucking scorched earth.
I went straight up okay. You just don't need this. We just gonna set this on fire. We just gonna get rid of that. Or this. Cut it out.
What about my storylines?
Tell him, DJ.
Pack your bags. Tell him, Laurinaitis.
It's in a garbage bag in the back.
If you would have got out wrestling with the guys before, you would have gotten fired. If I want to get another chance at that question. So if we gonna try to figure out how to get us just to the January, I think, and they're kind of doing this already. Ooh, they gotta have less backstage segments. I won't even say that they're not even doing it. They still have just as many. I feel like less backstage segments, more stuff happening in the ring to get things across better. I guess that'd be my answer. Less backstage, more in ring.
Interesting. I don't know. That sounds very much like an AEW approach. I think, and again, maybe you might be right, but I guess it depends on philosophy, because what services the E in its content? Are
Sports
we
entertainment?
Right. So are we telling the stories in the ring, or are we getting from point A to point B by the backstage and this other stuff? It really just depends. So either one could work, and I guess I'm much less. That's much less abrasive to me than just be like, "You're fired."
All 50 of you fired.
Or just be like, we got a new show. It's called WWE Max Speed. What? Why is this a thing? Let's watch 14 seconds of matches in
There's your third
3
show.
times speed. Hurricane Ronald. Oh, yeah. Like, no, I don't want to see either of those. Only because we do have NXT right there that we constantly see people flowing back and forth to, which is great. I love that. Street Profits were there. You seen Randy Orton, CM Punk, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill. We've seen a lot, like, kind of interplay. So I love that. That's fine. Also, again, we're only needing to carry this for 3 months, because then around January, as we were talking about, you'll now gain that extra hour, and that's where they'll probably do a new draft, because then we need probably more talent on SmackDown or something. Who knows? Or they'll do a new draft just because we'll need to mix up the talent, etc. So
I just had a thought. I got a solution for you, Ray.
Fire.
How about,
Okay.
how about you would love this suggestion. I'm not saying that this should happen because I have some thoughts on it, but less Raquel. That'll get us to where we need to go, right?
Bruh, get out my brain. I was like, I know one solution.
Get big back pose off my TV screen ASAP. Get her smiling ass out of here. Nah.
Wait, they're talking over there? Let me stand in the corner and look awkward.
Oh man, I feel bad for her,
What
bro.
is-
It's such.
Okay.
It's so such. Let's get to it because I have some thoughts as we were kind of all just bashing her in our
No,
own
don't
respects.
throw me in that. The thoughts and views of B.A. DiBiase on Let Me Book the Territory are all of his own. Only him, no one else. He is solo in this venture. Thank you.
Oh, I'm actually gonna try
Now
to throw
proceeding
the,
with the show.
I'm actually gonna try to throw the poor girl some bail. Bail, as a matter of fact, man. Try to
After you
toss her
said,
some.
we
bail.
all were bashing the shit out of her. We was like, she sucks ass. Oh yeah, well I'm gonna throw some bail and say, you're fired.
Get off my screen. Oh man.
I'm
So
closing. Is that working? Okay. Yes. Clearly there is a problem. Since Bad Blood, everything that has been done involving Raquel Rodriguez has landed like a wet dog fart. It's abrasive. No one asked for it. And it's like when you least expect it. It's just gross. So, yeah, yes, there's a problem there, clearly. I will ask when we reunite the whole crew, we'll get everybody's opinion on this, but right now, we're in the trust tree. It's me and you, bro, Chacho.
fair enough.
There is a problem with this Raquel Rodriguez stuff. And I don't know. Actually, I do know. And I want to make sure I'm saying it properly. Again, let me put on the voice. The things that are being said here are just opinions. They are not advocating for anyone to be hurt or fired or lose their job. We're speaking about characters and characters only. Thank you. Stay tuned. Right back to the show. We are saying here, there's something wrong with that character. To me, I think the weird outfits, all the leather, and trying to make her so much mommy diesel, like she ain't not even diesel, she's like mommy kerosene or some shit. Like it ain't working for me. I don't need to like the leather with the lace holes and stuff. Like, I don't like your presentation. I don't like your usage. And I feel like this character just feels so far from who she actually is that she doesn't. It's kind of like the opposite of the Damien issue. Like Damien was faking it so hard trying to be a good guy when he's like,
Oh yeah.
I'm really a kind of a dirtbag guy. Like I'm a better heel. Like not in real life, but just it's much easier for me to be this kind of guy than this. And I think for Raquel Rodriguez, she has to find something that she connects with. Because I highly doubt she dresses like this in regular life. So like, why are you putting this on? Because it doesn't look like, look at me, I'm Big Mama Kerosene. Big back kerosene pose. Like, I
Right.
don't like it. So where do you think there are issues? Because we've seen on Monday, there were two major things happen. Particularly one, she came in and they were fighting with Rhea Ripley, and then Nia Jax, and all the shenanigans happen, right? And then Rhea Ripley and Big Back Pose, and they all just kind of slobber knocking it down. And I was just like, none of this feels great. It just doesn't feel believable. It's just weird, right? And then the next thing, they showed a backstage segment of everybody, like the whole Judgment Day, like having a meeting and talking. And then for some odd reason, I forget who said this, either you or the wise man was like, why is she sitting there looking at, like she looking at the TV, smiling awkwardly, like Bret Hart watching TV in the
Shout out
back.
to the wise man. That was him.
The most awkward smile you've... What are you smiling at? What are you watching? Are you just watching like Debbie Does Dallas and no one knows? I
Right.
put it on the TV. Watch this.
No one's gonna know.
And then she just looked. She trying to pop Carlito in the back. He was like, "Oh, who put this old shit on? This is not cool." And she was like, "It wasn't me." What? What is this shit? I thought he liked vintage. I thought he liked the bush. No bush. Not cool. Not cool.
No hair pie.
Tell me. But never mind, I can't even say that. Tell me what's the fix for big back chick.
Man, E-Ray, we getting into some territory with her. It's gonna be hard for her to come back from some of the stuff that's happening right now. I'd have to say the biggest, and I usually like when they have to present somebody as a bad guy, the whole now they're wearing leather thing, it's not that big of a deal, but it just sticks out so much with her. Even like the fit she wore when she was wrestling. Feel like something like a dominatrix from Texas would wear, because she had that damn Texas tie on. And he's about to lasso a bull
like,
or something.
Ride 'em cowgirl.
For
Like,
real.
what
That's
is
why I'm
this?
just like, come on, man.
Where's Jerry Jones? Her and Jerry Jones definitely be talking about dicks. Why are you at the Cowboys fucking combine? Look, oh, he's a 6'3". Raquel, get out of here.
He's a
Jerry's
6'3".
like, yeah. You know what that means. Jamie Foxx is looking like, can I leave now? Never. Oh my God.
Getting
yeah, I don't know.
unpredictable.
Right? All right. Oh, Jamie Foxx serenading these things while they talking about penises in the back is crazy. Raquel, maybe it's shit. Fuck it. Do that on stage. Have Jerry Jones pull up to Monday Night Raw. Like, Raquel, I see you looking at that Carlito over there. He's definitely got to be swinging a. She's like, nah, that's cool.
Look at that apple. Look at that apple, damn it.
That ain't no Honey Crisp. Like, yeah, something. Give me something entertaining, because this shit, they trying to run back the same play. It ain't working for me. So look, again, I said it's going to be difficult for me to watch. So the only way I can watch this truly is to be able to give live critique week to week. That's the only way I can stomach this. So this week, one thing that you would have done to change and present Raquel Gonzalez better, and we'll leave her alone.
All
and
right.
we'll come back next week. Stay tuned.
Not include her in as many backstage segments so they don't have her looking goofy, man. Unless they can tell her and give her the feedback like, Raquel, stop
Just
smiling. You're
shopper.
or that do like a cardboard cutout of her or something. Just have her just standing with everybody posing. I don't know what else to say.
Like
because that's what's killing
like
her, man.
Hard. Carrying
Juice.
Carrying the cutout of Jay White.
Yep. There we go. They did it in AEW.
Yeah.
Shit. Save Juice. Save Jay White. Right.
Look,
Just
they got more personality. Jay White has more personality than Big Back Pose.
Wow, you heard their
I hate
wise
the guy.
man. You heard it. E-Ray complimented Jay White on this show. That's how bad Raquel Gonzalez has been. Damn, bro.
That's like complimenting a sewer because it's next to a shit turd. Like, I mean, I guess. For what it's worth, you got it. But I really
That's
just
hilarious.
Okay, so that's your involvement for this week.
Less backstage.
Less backstage. Okay. For me, I'm gonna say wardrobe. I think very much like we were missing something with Mia Yim, and it was like once she kind of got to start doing her own thing again, it started to work and it started to be better. I think Raquel has to find out whatever she likes, whatever the fuck that is. Do it. Just because, again, we've seen it time and time again with Rhea Ripley, and they were like forcing her to be weird and scary. It's like, that's not really her get down, like weird and scary in that way. Like, you got to let her do it her way. And I think that's kind of like the most important thing. So I would say similar, Raquel, whatever you got to go back to the drawing board. Like, what's the chick from Coming to America? What do you like? Like, the fuck? What do you like? Whatever it is, start incorporating that to be more you, so you can connect more with the character. I think that's going to be super important.
That's the inherited problem there, though, E-Ray. I think that she's just not bad. That's just not her. Nothing about her.
She wasn't a good baby face either.
I know.
Because I think she's just so generic. You have to like I'm bad guy. She's Camille 2.0 with way less hoots. Like,
extremely.
I am. Yeah, got it. Nice. It's so generic. It's so bland. Like, give us more. Last week my suggestion was talk less. This week I need you to connect more while talking less. And we'll figure it out. Next week we're gonna compile something else, and then we'll have another thing. But okay, enough big back pose talk. We'll figure out a name for that segment, since we gotta watch this every week. We're gonna name it. But I might be speaking for myself. Speaking of other things that I don't know about, the War Raiders returned.
Oh yeah, they're not the Viking brigade anymore.
I don't know, BA. You ain't convincing me. You Raquel Rodriguez, me right there. Oh
what?
Yeah, wow. Like Roman said.
Exciting.
0 pop. That shit didn't get over at all. He was like,
honestly, E-Ray,
anyway.
I will tell you, I didn't even notice that there was a change until I read an article. Like, oh yeah, they were called the War Raiders. I was like, yeah, I forgot about that. So
because Valhalla is done or whatever. I don't know. Whatever they were doing there, that's done. War Raiders back. I like the music again. Still don't like Eric doing the knee and then screaming in your face. I hate that. But whatever. That's so stupid. Just knee. Like, okay. It just, stylistic. That's stuff that I think works really good in the indies. It hasn't translated yet. And they've low-key been here for like 3-4 years.
Longer.
Just saying. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Big Eric, I need you to figure out another move, bro. Do something else, because
they probably told him to go right in his NXT bag and just bring out what y'all used to do. They need, but to your point, hopefully that they kind of add some different spices, some different.
Yeah, because when they came in, they were a hot tag team. Everybody was talking about them. So I just need them to stop do more cool shit. And I think they'll get a chance to, because we got a tag team contenders tourney coming up.
Yes.
So
I used to get upset about tournaments, but days of post Vince, I don't get as upset about tournaments like I used to.
Days of Vince, Pat.
Yeah.
Wolverine went back in time to execute Vince McMahon to find out he was a Sentinel. Yeah, I've seen that. I read that comment. Regardless. I am Master Vince. I make 13 copies of Vince McMahon. Send them into various times of the future. No, we don't need that.
Terrifying.
But a new tourney, a new tag team championship tournament, I'm okay with it.
Me too. I'm not mad at it.
That's cool.
Also because I feel like they haven't been doing anything on the Judgment Day on Finn and JD. They've been decorations. Like, can we make that title mean something? The Reese's Pieces Cup Championship. Like, come on now.
They do look delicious. They do look like you could just open that shit and just like, delicious. The Reese's Cup Championships look fantastically delicious. I'm down with it. Now I want a Reese's Cup. I'm not mad at that. And I need to know, is this only for Raw? or is this Raw Smackdown? I have no idea.
I believe it's just for Raw. I don't think the SmackDown has a tag team tournament right now.
Okay, I think that works. The reason why I asked is because I wanted to know who would possibly be involved. Do we think that the New Day will survive long enough to be in this tournament?
They're already in. They got a match against AOP on Monday.
That's gonna be the fucking nail in the coffin when they get super collider.
That's
and
their final testament for sure.
And the whole time in the back, fucking Karrion Kross just got the lube. Like,
oh
yes.
Yeah, keep getting me over. I don't need much. Just need my wife and
I've been sowing the seeds of this dissension for 4 months. I'm so happy. He's so excited. He wants to. It's gonna be great. But yeah, the payoff, the big payback. I love it. Moving away from that, what other tag teams are gonna be in it? Because when you think about it, you got the Judgment Day, you got AOP, you got the New Day,
you got
Awesome Truth is broken up.
Yeah, they're feuding
because of Karrion Kross. He that was a quick load. Okay.
Yeah,
not done yet.
Definitely.
I need more. He is sicko.
Rubbed against a refrigerator or something. Was like, I'm done. I'm good.
What was that? I don't know. Stop.
Other tags overall, you got American Made.
Yeah.
Who are they? Because they got a tournament match too. I can't remember who they're wrestling.
I can look it up.
Yeah, but there's a tag division being assembled. It seems that they actually care about now. So, it's not all bad. I'm curious though, if they ever do get to a SmackDown one, that's gonna be pretty fire. Because there's more established tag teams on SmackDown.
Rey Mysterio and the ultimate fail up champion Dragon Lee.
Oh, that means they winning. But Rey Mysterio gonna get his ass kicked the whole match, but they'll somehow pull it out.
Well, so apparently, I think they already had this match. At least it says they. I don't know. I don't know how any of this works.
Yeah, it's all right.
Whatever. Who cares?
It's more. I care more about it. Right. I care more about the tag team division.
Trim the fat. Give me that sweet brisket. Trim the fat. Yeah, don't say it to Rodriguez and Jerry Jones.
They want all of it.
Yeah, it is.
Get
out of here, Jerry.
Throw it on the platter.
Get unpredictable with me. Get out of here.
Right.
Outside of that, I mean, we were alluding to it. We talked about it earlier, but because literally the rules of, I guess is this a product of Saudi blood money, or is this just timing? I can't tell which one, but I'd like your input.
Sure.
Both Jimmy and Nia Jax and Tiffy time just popped up on Raw all willy-nilly, like, yeah, I go here now. And they just popped up to show face. And I'm like, what happened to the brand split, excuse me? And you can just do that? So I don't know if this is because of Saudi blood money, and they just like, oh, Crown Jewel's coming up, so that shit don't apply for a couple weeks, or not. But both Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton popped up because they were trying to get the cash in on Liv Morgan after wrecking shop. I think Rhea Ripley took a stiletto to the brain. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, Jimmy, who fresh off getting his ass whipped on Friday, like, we need more help, Oos. Came to recruit his brother, do what he know, and main event Jey Uso big timed him. Said, bro, you see this title on my shoulder? You see these glasses? I'm a main eventer. Who are you? Get out my face, Oos.
You see all this yeet on me?
Right.
So much yeet.
And he's like, remember you were saying no yeet? You didn't believe in me, Oos.
Right.
I got a title now. My title is fire. And then he just walked away from him, and they left Jimmy just sitting there. Big Jim. Gotta call that man Big Jim. Left Big Jim just sitting there at the door.
Right.
Crazy.
Playing this sad ass Family Matters music.
Right. And then they just pull that super close up to his face.
Right.
Oh, Oos. And then it just, I was like, what? That was great. Bring back Family Matters and just have it all about the whole Uso bloodline thing.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
It'd be here for that.
Jimmy Uso can be Harriet.
Jay is definitely Eddie Winslow.
I was about to say it. Jay is Eddie. That means Sami Zayn definitely got to be Geraldo Faldo.
I was gonna give him Steve Urkel. I was gonna give because he's always knocking on the door, always wants to be a part of the Winslow family. Also, shout out to past cover because we had an episode like a couple months ago called Toxic Family Matters, and Sami Zayn was Steve Urkel on the cover. Shout out to the Wise Man's artwork. So yeah, yeah, and it just makes sense. It makes sense. Roman is gonna be Carl Winslow. He's the big guy. The big guy.
Hey there, big guy. Man, that's definitely
Sammy driving Roman insane to just be a part of the family. Oh man,
that's crazy.
It's so good.
I love it.
It writes itself.
Oh my god, that is. That's so funny. That means Solo is Richie.
No, Solo would be 3J. 3J was a menace.
Oh yeah, that's Jacob Fatu right there. I'm from this house, nigga. I'll kill everybody. You're 7. Why are you so aggressive? I'm from the streets.
I love you, Richie.
Oh my god, the Solo would be Rachel.
Oh wow, Aunt Rachel.
Yeah, it's so many layers. This could really be a thing. Go watch Family Matters for all the young kids that have no idea what the fuck we talking about. Family Matters, Bloodline Edition.
Yeah, you need to watch it first. Build some character in yourself. Go watch a sitcom or two.
Stop watching all that damn YouTube. Stop watching the YouTubes and watching niggas pull up on their ops and pee on their grave. Go watch Family Matters. Teach you some morals.
Go learn something.
Some light laughs.
Damn it.
Some chuckles, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of wraps up everything that we need to talk about the main roster, I would say. We missed something.
Yeah, we'll get to it next week.
Deal with it.
Right.
But you know what time it is. One of our favorite times. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for I love my NXT. Nah, I ain't even going there. We got to get new music for NXT now because NXT is really
it's a new look now.
Man, new look, new song. I think it was like 2 Chainz and Papa Doc did this song or some shit. That shit was aggressive. I'm like, oh, they going right. Big X the plug. Like what? What is this music?
Shit.
It's crazy. NXT. Just I don't even know where they broadcast from because I don't know if Orlando is okay, and they just somewhere. Like we NXT from somewhere. Looks great.
They somehow got to Orlando.
Did they stay in? No, sounds like a hazard. But yes, and again, it's getting real hazardous because tell me why and talk me out of this. But tell me why NXT got the best women's division in wrestling.
Man, it's crazy that you say that because you would never think a quote developmental show would have the best of anything. And honestly, brother, I can't argue with that. They have different tiers of women in their developmental. Like, how you have different levels on your bottom level? Like, that don't make no sense, but they make it make sense
all
for
in the
me every
mix.
Tuesday. Right.
And they mixing them up together. They just, they making a nice smoothie with that shit. Because the problem is, some of the best wrestlers are not on NXT, but the division, like the showcasing of all the women intermingling, having stories and plot lines, and having their own entity, but then fighting each other and doing other stuff is fantastic. No other show or brand is that cohesive with the women and is doing it that way. So that's why I say, again, not the best wrestlers in totality, but the best use case of all these wrestlers. Because of course you got the Io Skies and the Io Shirai and Kairi Sane, Bianca, etc., so forth, Bailey. Great, right? But if they're not in the same fight against each other trying to fight for the tag belts, it's like, okay, sure. Right. When you got NXT, you got Stephanie Vacar and the Beautiful Madness, Julia.
Yes.
Coming out there and looking to fight and beat up on Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, that have their own like budding rekindling of a friendship, but now on the heel side. And Stephanie Vacar and Julia, who have past history, are like teaming because of they need to, like, kind of protecting each other's back as the two new girls. Mm-hmm. And that's just them. That's a lot of just backstory just for these four people. Yep. But then you intertwine that with a Ren Sinclair or Sasha Petrovich and Nikita Lyons. It's so much shit happening in NXT. I just rattled off like 7 women.
Yes, you did.
Because shit is popping.
And there's still like 6 more you could say, I'm sure. And it'll all be relevant.
So let's get into it. Stephanie Vacar debuts against Ren Sinclair.
It's on fantastic. Clinic.
I love wrestling. Wrestling's great.
Man, those, ripped her head off. That's all I'm gonna say.
With those thighs, Quadzilla.
Yep.
That was a show. I was like, what show was that? Where somebody got squashed between somebody's thighs. It was The Boys. That's what I thought was gonna happen to Ren Sinclair. Like, her head and nose start bleeding between them. Like, oh my god. And she got bounced like a basketball. It was incredible. I was like, that's the stuff we love. That's the stuff.
Oh yeah.
And fantastic match. Did what it needed to do. Didn't make one person look weak or one person look bad. It was a nice, fun match. Ren Sinclair looks great. Stephanie Vacar looks great. And they had pretty good chemistry for their first time that we're seeing them toil. And I love the character of Ren Sinclair just being like super like odd and quirky, but like about it. Like, that's a great character for me. That's fun. So what were your thoughts on the debut of Stephanie Vacar?
Great debut, man. She did her thing in the ring, showed us why she has all this hype coming over here. For her to get in the ring, because I think Ren Sinclair is a little bit more like on the greener side compared to a Stephanie Vacar. That's just showing that she made her look like there was like they wrestled like 5 or 6 times before this, and that's not easy to do. So yeah, much respect to her leg strength. And much respect to her game in the ring, man. I can't wait to see more from her. In all honesty, I see why.
Much respect to her wardrobe. I love that too. I love it all. I love it all. Presentation's great. She reminds me of was it Hella from Thor 3?
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Great. Presentation goes a long way for me. Speaking of presentation and the long way, Lola Vice and Nikita Lyons.
BA stuck to the wall of his cell block. Let me get myself off of the wall. All right, cool.
Man, the return, the re-debut of Nikita Lyons once more.
Jesus. All I can say, E-Ray, all I can say is the Lions Den is officially back open. That's all.
I was gonna say
it's official.
The thoughts and views based. Gotta distance myself as much as I can from this.
Oh, you better distance yourself from me because I'm about to go off. Get away.
I can't hold it. Yes. Nikita Lyons. The Lions Den is back open. Okay, BA. Talk your talk. What did you see? How did Nikita Lyons make you feel? Are you, much like Booker T, on the verge of getting called in for a timeout? Where's your Vic Joseph to save you? Let me know.
Oh man. As far as this match,
yeah, man.
Yeah. I was hook, line, and sinker the whole time. I don't think my eyes left my tablet as I was watching this match.
Was you watching it in the dark?
I should have cut the lights off.
Smoke.
Right, my dog just looking at me judgmentally, like Max is just like, you've changed.
I'm the same guy.
Don't judge me, dog. Yeah, bro.
You don't want no parts of this shit.
Whoever's booking this shit behind the scenes, whoever the agent is, I would love to know. Right. It's everybody because they're doing all the things that we would want to see from these women. As far as
yeah, there you go. Great way to say it.
The cheeks.
Nikita Lyons back once again as bodacious as ever. I'll say it. Great way to say that. How do you think she looked in the ring? So let me clarify. I almost fell for that. Woo. Oh,
I was about to say, you sure you want to ask me that, E-Ray?
No.
No, she looked. I mean, in the ring, like she kept up with Lola Vice. Much respect to Lola Vice for keeping Nikita or looking like there was no like disconnect between the two. Because I'm sure this is it. I know that they were on the road for a little bit, and Nikita did some shows and stuff, but she wasn't wrestling Lola Vice. So for them to get in the ring and it not look clunky or anything, especially considering how Nikita looked during her previous runs, I'm all for it. It's very positive in that light. E-Ray, you made a comment in our chat that this one's actually appropriate.
Put me out there. What I say? Okay, sweating.
Because I want to get into it. Because you had mentioned like she has to be very careful with how she presents herself because she's not too far away as far as like from being just a bigger woman in the ring, from being like a Nia Jax, being low-key dangerous and stuff. But I was gonna say to that, and so I wanted to save it for the show. I think that she's way more athletic than Nia. She's able to do a lot more acrobatics. But to your point,
yes,
I see the vision of what you're saying. I saw it more than ever in this match.
So let me clarify then, since we bring it to the mic. When I'm saying that, I'm looking at her and looking at Nia Jax from both an aesthetic level and then also like not necessarily what she can do, but I would say, and I could be completely wrong here. So guys, the things that Ethan are saying are just opinions. He knows nothing about the business, so please do not take it personally. Thank you, and we're back. What I would say, particularly, got to give our disclaimers. Is I think her and Nia Jax have like kind of gotten closer and closer to an aesthetic of each other, but Nia Jax is kind of looking like she's working safer because she's gotten into better shape, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of the reasons that may have caused Nikita some injury is because her body may not be used to handling the weight that she's on for how athletic she is. Because again, we've had athletic big men before, but I can't say particularly what their maybe what their use case and what their damage they've done to their body, because maybe they had been that size all along. I don't think Nikita Lyons had been at this size. I think she had came in a little bit smaller, and then previously just watching her older videos and things like that, that she was smaller than that. So for her to be able to do those kicks and stuff like that, that takes a lot. So she's had 2 knee surgeries now. So to be able to do those roundhouses and things like that, that does mess with your central like force of gravity. So just being you're able to just land the kicks and be able to do the jumps and stuff like that, or land and pick people up. I was nervous, like low key, when Lola Vice, she got Lola Vice and Lola Vice jumped on her neck. I was like, oh God. I was so scared because I'm worried about the knees. I'm like, do not, like, it only takes one false move and then you blow out a knee again. I did notice she is wearing double knee braces underneath, I think.
Yeah,
now,
she going full
so I thought that was
cold.
dope.
Full stone cold.
Yeah, I think that's dope. And again, protect her at all costs, because the character's there and the people want to see her. They really enjoy her. You being 5 of them, you're like, yeah!
Milk.
Like Kurt Angle.
Mania.
Wow. But seriously, the crowd is behind her. That's crazy.
Yeah, they are.
I walked right into that.
Yeah, you did. It's okay.
I just had to sit there and just let that ruminate for a second. But okay, now to get to just the pure shenanigans. We are men, so let's keep it real here. After we got that part, Rumpfest '97, fucking loved it. Just from the standpoint, everything you said, I think dead on. I love, like, okay, it wasn't this disparaging thing, because again, for Nikita to have so many surgeries, so many setbacks, and she was here, I believe, before Lola Spice.
Yeah, she was.
Lola Vice. I like
Lola Spice.
Give me that green, Vic. Hot. And then, you got to see, like, that they both looked like they could go with each other, and it didn't look like that disparaging, like, oh, man, this is your first match back. It looks like, okay, you're not going to make it. But then they said, you know what? What's better than 2 beautiful, thick women? 3 beautiful, thick women. And they added Jada Parker into the mix. And then you got the I'm Latina cheeks. Then you got the I may have wore white woman with locks and I do island dance cheeks. And then you got just full on gangster cheeks with Jada Parker, like, I'll beat your ass. My brother's in a gang. And then she just ran into her face. I was like, this is incredible.
Yes,
it was the Neapolitan of ass.
So much.
There's no other way to say it. There's no clean way to say it. I loved it.
But aside from that, portfolio of ass. Sorry.
There you go. Diversify your ass.
Your assets.
Yes, there you go. Diversify your assets. Name of the pod. You got it. But with that said, also the story that's being told is good. This is what I'm talking about. Eye candy is great. Good wrestling is great. When the two combine,
beautiful.
Woo! Like Ric Flair. So excited. Love the finish of this match, because I was like, Nikita Lyons can't lose her first match back. But I'm like, they really have something with Lola Spice. Lola Vice is in there and people like her, and she's gotten so much better. And then I was like, I think I booked it the last episode. I was like, yeah, you got to have Jada Parker come out too. I'm pretty sure I said all of that.
Hey,
and guess what?
I said that too. So, hey, we'll take it.
Sickos of a feather.
Yes.
watched again. No. But fantastically booked. I love everything about this match. It really did what it was supposed to do. Speaking of doing what it was supposed to do, BA, I did not know they were taking you as a character and putting you on TV.
And who would that be?
BA the Adonis.
Yeah. Man,
and
that dude.
Powered
right
by 2% milk is crazy.
It's a crazy life to live, brother. I'm living that game.
Shoot your shot. Hey, because you never know when it's gonna land. My man Ashanti the Adonis he's like, again, he's my honorable mention like every week because he's doing something hilarious. He goes in there, has his talking points, and he's like, look, I know I was tripping last week, y'all, but Brinley Reese, Sasha Petrovic, I'm sorry. Let me give y'all some rose.
There you go.
Then BA was like, yeah, roses, Nick. He was so hyped. Milk, Vic.
So
double
much
the milk, double the cookie.
Almond whole milk skim. I don't know what to do, Vic. So much damn milk.
So the excitement was palpable, right? And then you have fucking Sean Spears, hater of the millennium, come in like, for no reason. No reason. Why would he do that? He don't want to see a black man take no milk and magnesium.
That's the thought I had. I was
White
like, man, you
Nubian
got your
queen.
own milk. Let this black man have this cup. You got a whole gallon at home, brother.
Let this black man have his cup.
For real.
Big cup of milk.
Big old fucking glass. Right. Glass where it's fogging up because it's so cold milk.
Oh, not the condensation on the glass. BA was sitting there like, oh my God, I can just taste it. BA, you be walking around your house like Homelander with some milk. Oh,
pretty much. I keep that 2%.
Bro fucking test. But in TV, it translates really well because as Ashanti the Adonis attempts to apologize to Brinley Reese and Sasha Petrovic, she looked a little... Brinley Reese was like, I'm not for this shit. But Sasha Petrovic looked like, oh, maybe he is a nice guy. And then here comes fucking hater-ass Sean Spears. Give me that goddamn rose. Give it to my boy.
Right. Of all people, Brooks Jensen. The least
Fucking
suave
Brooks
dude on the
Jensen.
roster.
I don't think that man's washed his ass in 14 days.
Since Fallon Henley broke up with him. Or oh boy, what was it? What was the girl's name with the bag? I don't even remember her name anymore. She just vanished from television.
She's on the main roster.
Kiana James, that's her name.
A lot of them.
Right.
Yep. Goes to show. NXT. Best women's roster there is.
Yep.
They actually on TV and we remember their names.
Exactly. I had to pull that one out the thinker. I was like, well, what the hell? What's her name again?
Yeah, all that milk. Ding, ding, ding. He's like, oh, you like chocolate milk. Okay. But anywho, Brooks Jensen takes the flower, rips it off, and just throws it down on the ground. This leads to them having a match. And what do you know? During their match, Ashanti Adonis spots Sasha Petrovic coming right out with a bag. And I was like, what is she keeping in there? Sex toys? What is happening? What kind of... I was like, that ain't no sword in there. Oh, it's a little sword. Oh, she about to get nasty. What is happening?
Kind of strap.
Soon as she came out without the sword, I was instantly intrigued. Everything I've been saying, get rid of that goddamn sword. I might be into it. What happened? She came out with a bag, and I was like, okay, let's see.
There you go.
The bag, she turns the bag over, spreads the flower petals, the rose petals on the ground, like a case video. And what happened? Ashanti Adonis fucking powdered up like that was his spinach. milk of magnesia.
I get it.
And he went to work and turned up for a minute before getting cheated by, again, Hater of the Year, Sean Spears. And Hater of the Year candidate, excuse me. That thing is still sold up by Drew McIntyre. But
Yes, it is.
he loses, or does he? Because while he lost, you look right in the back, you see him looking back there, looking at the pedals. Then his gaze up at the ramp. You see Brooks Jensen. You see hater ass Sean Spears. But a little further back behind that, what do you see? You guessed it, is Milk of Magnesia sitting there with a not so awkward Raquel, or Roxanne, fucking big back pose smile. Like, she didn't look like, oh, why am I here? Am I watching TV? No, she looked like, hey, you know what it is.
Yep.
And BA, I know you. I know you in your travels. You know what that smile feels like. Like, hey,
Job well done, Ashanti.
tell me a time where that smile has happened to you. Paint the picture. I need to know this because I'm trying to place myself in the Ashanti the Adonis mindset, and I kind of feel it. But I want to know. I know you got one of those moments where something happened and you feel like the tide turned on you. You thought you was out of there, and then the tide. You're like,
man, this is a recent story. Exclusive here. So because BA has some milk of magnesia looking at him and partaking in discussing things. So I'm thinking that we're just talking, having fun. Makes BA
just a little chitter chat, little pitter pat.
Yeah. So she makes BA a meal. At her
What?
home.
That escalates fast. She makes him a meal.
We've had some dates and stuff. So now she wanted to cook for BA, so I had to let her. You know that
This man is definitely living the milk of magnesia. She wanted to cook for BA. I said, you may cook for the master. Who is the master? Sure enough. Sure, okay. That ain't how you say it, but that's okay. Okay.
So I thought Matters was just gonna be, we just gonna chill, watch movie, watch some scary flicks, all that kind of stuff. You know,
What movie? What movie was the plan of the? We gotta know this.
The planned movie was watching one of those newer Screams, like either 5 or 6, because she hadn't seen it. So
okay.
I was like, all right, I could do that. But it ended up we was sitting there just scrolling through different streaming services, and we stopped on some action flick with the dude from The Boys in it, called Bent, with him and Sofia Vergara in it.
Whoa, Bent. You was like, Bent. Damn right.
Oh,
Bent,
man.
you don't say.
Let's do it. Yep. Had to, so we watched Bent. So I was thinking we just gonna chill, just cuddle up and just relax. So to Ashanti's point, the smile came at that point in time. I'm not gonna get too vulgar here. I gotta protect the innocent.
The smile came.
The smile came, and then the walk to getting the full tour of the house. BA still got it, folks.
Wait. My milk bag. Excuse me, my beautiful black queen.
Man.
Can you tap that white woman? BA, ladies and gentlemen, stone cold 2% killer.
Yes, sir.
He ain't lactose intolerant.
No, sir.
Kurt Angle in the flesh.
My goat. It's my goat, damn it.
Can you put on something? Man. Can you put on some music to make it comfortable?
Boom, boom.
That's crazy to get righteous to some Kurt Angle. It's crazy.
Man, I ain't that nuts. That'd be just uncomfortable for everybody.
Oh my God. Well, thank you, BA, for you telling me and confirming that you are BA the Adonis. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
This guy, that's real. That's real, ladies and gentlemen. What else is real? Halloween Havoc coming soon. And we've already had 2 matches made for Halloween Havoc already. One, excuse me, Oba the Ruler versus Tony Balboa 3.
I had a Tony.
Yeah. Is the eye of Tony? Is the salami in the fight? We gonna try to be open for dinner. What? That doesn't make any sense. Shut up, I'm the Italian rock stallion. All right, I guess. Whatever. Please tell me why you want to see this match, BA.
Man.
Oba Tony 3. And what do you think the outcome is going to be?
It's a tables, ladders, and scares match, so...
That is correct. What is the scares? No white women there for BA. I'm out of here. The hell you think this is? I need my calcium.
My bones need it. My bones need this calcium, damn it. Oh, shit. Nah, dog. I mean...
Tables, ladders, and scares.
Nobody wanted this match. Nobody asked for this match. But damn it, if they could have Oba redeem himself, I'm okay with it. I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
That NXT title space ain't ready for him just yet. As I'm sure we'll discuss why here shortly. So it keeps him busy, and I don't think. I just seeing the Don as the NA champ, it just doesn't feel right. It's just something just feels off about it. This doesn't. It's just his brand of NXT wrestling does not match what that title stands for in my mind. It just does not go together. Just something just seems off about it.
I'm not far away from that point. I kind of agree with you. I'm a little more closer to center than I was before. Shout out to there you go, NA championship. But I still think it's the best book title in the biz. And for some reason, like, Tony D looked better when he won. He did look good with it. I don't know what it was. I don't know if you had the Italian flag in the belt there, like, yo, Rizzo, we did it, Riz, baby, or whatever he said. I don't know, but I didn't mind that. Let's say this week it did feel a little weird with him having it, but again, I think Oba came out. My only thing is I wish it was still like a little bit of a lingering doubt in his mind, because he felt a little too confident. Oh, he's just trying to shake my confidence again. Like, no, you didn't beat him. You escaped. So you still should feel a little bit of that hangover. Like, oh man, we're gonna do this again, but that's fine. And then Luca Crucifino stepped up to get crucified next week. So for our viewing pleasure, if we didn't love Obafemi destroying some little small person, we're gonna get it next week. So enjoy that. But I think Tony still wins. Table, ladders, and scares somehow. Whatever. I think it's time for
through a table.
Yeah, or some bullshit. But as long as I want him to just not get the 1, 2, 3. Because I feel like he beat him clean. That's gonna bother me. But other than that, that's like probably the only thing they can do wrong. If we know he's gonna win, just don't let him win clean. I think that would be tragic.
That's a fair point.
But other than that, whatever. Moving on to something far more entertaining here and interesting. We had a triple threat for number one contender of that new beautiful NXT championship that Trick Willie got tricked 2 times. We got Ethan Page, all ego. Then we got Big Wesley. You gotta say big. He big now. Big Wesley.
My son's doing
that's your son. Big Wesley. And the young OG.
yes.
Javon Evans. This match was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think
match of the night, no doubt.
Wesley, I think we can't necessarily bury it. Gotta remember the past or you're doomed to repeat it. Bukak Lee, multi-man match champion. he loves all the men's.
A triple threat.
But I will say, he's done something that I am aggrieved when people don't, and it pisses me off all the time. His character changed and his style changed with the character. He felt much more imposing in this match. And he really was just kind of arrogant and then also like just dastardly whipping ass. Like his kicks were stiffer. He was chopping people with some baseball slide, kicking you in the neck. Like just doing some ignorant shit, but with more bravado and stuff. And I was like, I love that. Like you should feel the wrestler, the moves and stuff change, and even like how you hit the moves change with your persona. So I thought that was incredible. Javon Evans continues to prove why he is such a high prospect. I thought about it earlier. I was like, man, is he like the first can't miss guy like this young that we're gonna see win multiple WWE championships as he starts to fill out? Because again, he's 20 years old and he's tall, but he's still got like that skinny 20 body.
Yep.
When he gets like his first again, I don't want to put that on him, but like first setback where then he got put on some real muscle and he starts seeing the change, he's going to be like a perennial champion guy for WWE. He's going to be like a main eventer. I could see that if he stays there because he's fire. Unless they kind of try to relegate him because he's not short either. So they can't relegate him to like, the lucha circuit or just doing stuff like that. We're going to really see Javon Evans. I think he's kind of one of those guys that he gets it so early in his career that he almost has no choice but to, unless he just falls off for some reason, which I can't see because he's just getting better with time. So loved everything he did. And Ethan Page is Ethan Page.
Amazing.
He's a consummate professional. He definitely plays on your emotions. The crowd went unhinged. Let me ask you really quickly, who did you think was going to win this match flat out? And then what did you think about what actually happened? And how did the matchup, which you played out?
I'll put it this way, E-Ray. I wanted Wesley, my son, to win, but I knew Ethan Page was going to win just because of the fact that this is get back. And it just makes sense. To have Javon Evans, babyface, versus Trick Williams, babyface, they've done it before. Not saying they can't do it again, but we don't want to see that again. And then Wesley, I think right now is just showing y'all he deserves to be in the space with these guys for the NXT title. So
you think he's undeniable as a he's gonna be the next or one of the next NXT champions, or no?
I think that he's becoming
Wesley,
undeniable. His character work is making him undeniable, to your point of how he's switching it up his style. I mean, that was the best point you brought up out of what you said, was the fact that not only is
I think you just shitted on me and that's hard. That was hard. Yeah, that's the best shit you said because all the other shit was bullshit. But yeah, you hit something right there.
All valid points made, but that one struck out the most to me because of the fact that with Wesley, these are the things I was missing so much from him. Like, he did everything that I wanted him to do to become like a wrestler that I want to be taken serious and wants to be, and I want to root for. When he was a babyface, I hated that shit. Exactly, he went bad, but it looks good on him. It looks real good on him, and he's
looks
wearing
good
it.
on you, Jones. You wear it well.
You wear it well. So He's doing his thing, man. In that regard, it's not his time just yet, but it will be. They just got to let him build up this heel character a little bit more. Let him do some more heel shit to come after the babyface champ of Trick. And then Javon Evans, I was gonna bring
complete the turn.
Yeah, exactly. And then with Javon Evans, he hasn't done anything but wrestle in high spots as far as NXT, either NXT title matches or NXT number one contender matches, or the spot with Randy Orton. He hasn't really had like those lower tier matches since he came from Level Up. So he's not gonna be. I think that they're showing you that he's not gonna be anything but a main eventer in this space. And then when we get him up to the main roster, we'll see. Like with everybody, but right now NXT they gonna present him as a main eventer because of all the shit he does, the bouncy shit. Like he's super athletic,
super athletic, and a solid promo with like some realism. Because
sounds like a kid. He sounds like one of these knucklehead ass 20-something that be arguing.
He sound like
people.
A YN.
Yeah,
he sound
exactly.
Like a YN. You know, him and Uncle Sadie.
Yes.
Oh man, you sound a little salty.
Oh man, that would piss me off. That would piss me off. Oh, that was me on the other side. That would piss me off so much.
Just like your son, Wesley, he was pissed. And he was like, boy, I was like, I love this exchange. It felt like it had enough gravitas to be. He was like, you could never be me. He went crazy. I was like, oh,
then they let it go and continue into the ring. Like the first strike of the match was Wesley getting super kicked by Javon Evans, and then Javon Evans standing over him talking shit. Like, I told you I was gonna get you, motherfucker.
Fire. So
all good shit.
They do all the crazy shit happening. When Javon climbed the ropes and was about to hit the move, the crowd was unhinged. Like, they are fully on this young OG character. Mm-hmm. So he's climbing the rope slow. They're like, yeah! You see people jumping up and jumping down, and he hits the move, lands on. I'm like, oh shit, he gonna pin Wesley? And then here comes fucking All Ego with the crucifix roll-up pin and hucklebucked him and won it up with the quickness, and then grab the mic. Nah, Trick, get your ass out here. We rolling this shit right now. And they rolled it, and they have a Hell's Playground match? What is that? I don't know, but we gonna see. Nigga, we gonna see. That's it. Outside of that, I want to say so the three matches we have thus far, I believe, Obafemi versus Tony 3.
Yep.
We have All Ego versus Trick, which will probably be the main event.
Yep.
And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, we got Stephanie Vacar and Julia versus Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
Nice. Okay, so those are the three matches that we know of for sure. I'm sure next week we'll get more matches announced.
Yep.
Before we get out of here, anybody you want to see on that PLE, or I don't know if it's a television special. I don't know what it is.
I think it's a PLE. It's coming on Peacock on a Sunday. So,
okay. So yeah, that's PLE.
Yeah, it's coming on like the PLE. They're giving them PLE status. So, BA the Perv wants to see certain people that shall remain nameless. No, in all seriousness, I'll give you two matches. I want to see the triple threat that we've all been waiting for. You already know. Nikita v Jada v Lola.
That Neapolitan.
Yeah, just give me the Briars. Just bring me the Briars ice cream.
That Neapolitan.
Just bring me the Neapolitan. And then on the less pervy side of things,
you gotta be sick. Sorry to just scoop straight across chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Just eat it all in one scoop. That's sick. That's BA right there.
That's
Anyway.
the definition of diversifying your assets, folks. A little bit of everything. And then, like I said, on the less pervy side, I would want to see, from all the stuff that we've been having happen, give me some Andre Chase versus Ridge Holland. Let's get that over with. Give me those two.
That was one I didn't even realize, but I forgot that happened too. Yep. Ridge beat the shit out of Riley Osborne. Shout out to my child's namesake. And then got a taste of his own medicine. Got a Chase University size ass whooping from Chase himself, Mr. Chase from Chase U.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that has to happen at Halloween Havoc too, in some type of no holds barred street fight or some bullshit. Give it to me. I'm with all that.
They've been beefing for a while. Let's get it on. Let's get it over with.
Let's get it all. Yeah, I need DMX to yeah, all that shit.
What's that
fight,
you, E-Ray?
Fight to the death.
What match you want to see, bro?
One match they haven't announced that I would love to see. I'm trying to think of one that would be worthy. It's kind of hard because those are all good. I didn't really understand. I don't understand what they're doing with Lexus King. I don't hate it. I just don't understand it. So that one's interesting to me. I don't want to see him and Oral Mensa continue, but I mean, low key, I wish they would do Jakara and Lash Legend versus Jade and Bianca at Halloween Havoc. I think that would be fire. That's good
not a bad match.
for,
and it's not
for Jade.
It's not impossible either because they got a match next week against Damage Control on NXT. So who knows? So
we might. I don't know. I might be conjuring it up.
Might be cooking. The man might be cooking, folks.
I wouldn't mind it, long as just remember, bolt that damn wig down. Bolt that wig down, girl. Ain't no such thing as halfway hooks. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another episode of Let Me Book the Territory. It is I, E-Ray, Quasi Bad Guy, my guy, B.A. DiBiase, B.A. the Booker, and B.A. the Butcher, apparently. You know why. Other than that, there's nothing else for us to say, but go check out the website, Let Me Book the Territory, or letmebookpod.com/shop. Go listen to episodes. Go get you some merch. New merch coming soon. We definitely gotta make a evil shirt, some type of spooky season shirt. We'll get that to you guys pretty soon. Limited time. Something spooky for spooky season. And yeah, I guess we gotta ask the final boss, because he didn't show up. I was expecting him to show up. He didn't show up. So the final boss will show up here as he does every week and sing us out. We are out of here.
What can I say except you love me?
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.